Hi, I'm Vikas. I'm from the leadshare.com, and this session is basically the basic session of the JMeter installation and the JMeter GUI introduction. So I'm going to tell you about the how to install the JMeter and what is the basic function of the JMeter. So let's get started. And for the JMeter, you have to install the Java. To check the Java, you have to go to the CMD and you have to write Java minus version and enter. So I have already installed the Java, so it's returning the value Java version 1.8 dash dash dash, right? So I have already installed the Java, so I need only to install the JMeter. So to find the JMeter binary, you have to go to the JMeter site, JMeter. The name of the JMeter site is Apache JMeter, jmeter.apache.org. So navigate that site, and on that site, on the download section, go to the download release. There is a two option of to download the JMeter. One is the binaries, one is the source. We are not adding anything in the Java is JMeter, so we are going to download the binaries, not source. So source option is for the person who want to contribute anything the JMeter. So we are not contributing anything right now, so we are going to download the binary. In the binary we have two options. One is for the zip and one is for tar file. You can download any one. For the tar file, you have to install the 7-zip or another unzip utilities to unzip. For the 7-zip, for the zip file, you can use only window utility to unzip that file. So just download it, and you can. It's I think it's 70 MB file. Okay. Copy it and unzip in the any folder you want. I have already unzipped it. In this folder, you have to go to the bin file. There is the apache.jmeter.bat file. You have to find Apache. Yeah, there's a file. Is a window batch file, right? If you double click the file, the JMeter UI will get open, right? This is the JMeter UI, right? And this is the JMeter console. You can see that there are messages for the heap size and how to run the JMeter from the console. Here is the command for the running the JMeter from the console, right? So here is the JMeter UI. You can say the top menu, file, edit. In the file you can go, you can see that there is a new option, the template, open the file, open recent, right? Merge the JMeter test and the save test plan. As if you go to the save test one, you can rename it. If you go to the new, you can open the new file. For the template, JMeter provides some test template, some default test plan like bean shell sampler, the functional testing plan, the LDP, the FTP, the LDAP test plan. There's a lot of test plan actually. JMeter provides the samples for that, so you can use it. I will tell this type of session in the later tutorials. Open reset option is for, let's say you have opened something in the past. You can see that file names here, right? To merge, let's say you want to merge some test plan, like we have two different type of skit. You want to merge it, you can use that option. Save is for the saving, and save test plans you want to rename it the file, right? So there is other option as well. Save as test from revert and the restart and the exit. And here in the edit section you can use add a thread, add the config element, listeners, timers, preprocessor, postprocessor. There is a lot of element in the JMeter you can use in the edit section. For the pasting, if you selected some config, copy some config element, want to paste in somewhere in the test plan, you can use that utility, right? There are other thing as well, like enabling and disabling the nodes, the toggling the and save node as a image, save screen as a image. I don't know what it will do, because JMeter has added it recently, right? In the run option, you can see there's a start and stop, and start with no pauses, and the remote start with the remote test. And let's say I have to set up my JMeter for different three different server, so I can use the remote start and remote stop. And this is basically for the client server master slave configuration, JMeter master slave configuration, all the remote option, and this start and stop option for the single machine, like single machine configuration, right? In the option, you can see there's you can change the look and feel from here. Like I want to change the UI, let's say I want to target, see, you can say this is change in the UI, right? Let's say I want to, right, oh, it's not look good. Oh, I like light shade only. Yeah, this look okay, but I like default one. Yeah, that look cool. There is a zooming and zoom out option. The SSL manager, choose, you can select the language, you can select the English, French, and there are some other languages as well, right? Man, there is some tool like create heap dump, thread group, and one of the cooler thing, let's say I want to now know something about, you go to the help and get the know anything about the JMeter, right? They have a pretty good help documentation, like but it's a bit complicated as well, right? And what else? Yeah, here you can create a test plan. For the test plan creation, you go to thread group, add the thread group, and you have to add a sampler, let's say HTTP request, or by default you go to the file template and just reload the default web testing plan, right? Yes. Oh, sorry, cancel. Yeah, this is default, right? For the play, you have to play the script. Yes. I want to save. Yes. View result. View result for the checking the result. Right. And if you see this is a scenario, I have executed with a 5-thread plan, and here is a comment, virtual user scenario 1, make a test 1 minute, see the scheduler. Okay. You can see here is a request, they are hitting the example.org, and the response we are getting that text. You can reload in the HTML file. Good. This